Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. This is William coming out there early this morning. Let me tell you something. This is December the 9th, 2021. And just to go ahead and tell you something real quick, the Lord been wrestling with me through the night tonight. I'm in the night because I've been up ever since around 2, 3 o'clock this morning. And the Lord woke me up with tears in my eyes. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, the Lord had my wife on my mind. That's the first thing that was on my mind. Woke me up to, and the second thing he woke me up to that he put on my mind was relationship. So whatever it is that come from the fruits of my mouth to the hearers, listen, hear what the word of the Lord is saying. Don't look at me. Look at hear what the Lord is saying through the fruits of my lips. He told me to speak on relationships. So I'm gonna speak on relationship. You know, and like I said, I ain't been. If I look a little tired this morning, early this morning, because it was 6 o'clock or whatever. Well, I've been up here since about 2 o'clock. I mean, it's just, and I know it's the Lord because every time the Lord do me like that, I can't sleep, boy. So he told me to talk. He told me to talk about relationship this morning. So, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna do what he say do. Okay, so. So let's go ahead on to the word this morning real quick, and not real quick, but let's go ahead on into it, okay? Like I said, excuse me, I may look a little tired because I ain't had much sleep, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. Okay, let me turn this around real quick. Okay, we're gonna be coming from the book of James. We're gonna start the first chapter, and I don't know when I'm gonna stop at yet, so come on, let's go with me, y'all. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into divers temptation, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, not wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Let the brother low degree rejoicing that he is exalted, but the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away. For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withereth the grass, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tired he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with the evil, neither tempted he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust had conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brethren. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Of his own will begat he us, and with the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. So I'm gonna stop right there, ladies and gentlemen. Turn faith. You know, the things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And a man that's unstable in his ways, he's a double-minded man is unstable in his ways, and he's not stable in nothing that he do. See, y'all always talk about this relationship in men, where men, it's a more responsibility towards men than it is women. That's why we had to step up to it. We had to step up to the plate. That's gonna be my topic for this morning. Men, step up to the plate. Step up to the plate. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of you say, I hear a lot of ministers and stuff past in my time say, God did this, God did this, God put us together, and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But look at the trauma and the torment that they endured. But see, now I learned something from that, and I learned something through what I'm going through. So let me tell you something. When God gives you something, there's evil lied at the door for you. And let me tell you something now. God give it to you with lights coming down from heaven. But when you don't stand right in the Lord and receive it right, and not more than receive it right, you got to you gotta flourish right with it. You gotta go full rightly with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't go forward with your own agendas and go forward with the way you think is right. Cause that's why I say, can't we just do what's right? Cause see, when the Lord give you a gift, you got to go with it rightly. You know what I'm saying? That's why, when men say, well, God put together, let the man a son. Well, you know what? We are sons of ourselves. Because you know what we do? We'll get into a relationship and say, because God gave it to us, we ain't got no work to do. And that's what we'll think. We ain't got no work. God gave it. Gave that woman to the man, and the man think you ain't got no work to do. Let me tell you something. Yes, you do, buddy. Because God gave you the gift. Now you got some work to do. I mean, and the work is just do right. When stuff come your way that ain't right, kick it down by the wayside. That's what I'm talking about ourselves. Us men, we got to look at this stuff, man, because these women don't see this stuff. You know what I'm saying? We have to step up and look at this stuff, man. And then, because see, the devil say, what the Bible said, the devil can't come into a strong man's house and spoil his good, take from him, unless he first bind the strong man. So what is the devil going to do to bind the strong man? He going to work through your wife, work through your kids, work through people close to you. He going to use these people to tear you down. It's all, look, man, it's all about tearing you down. It ain't all about tearing the woman down. It's all about tearing you down. But if he can use that woman to tear you down, that's what he gonna do. If he use your own kid to tear you down, that's what he gonna do. If he can use your mama and daddy to tear you down, that's what he gonna do. Because you know what the Lord said when I used to read this back when I first read it? Lord said, I still close to you than a brother and mother. You know what? Man, with your living life experiences, you'll come to find out that the God is there closer than your mama, brother, sister, anybody. You'll learn that lesson, buddy. I'm gonna tell you that. And to those of you that don't know that yet, you'll learn that one. What it means by God said, I stay closer. He said, I stay closer than your mother, your brother, anybody. So when God said I stay closer, now it's time. Now you know you thinking in your mind, well, dog, man, my mom is my mama. You know what I'm saying? But no, sir, God said I stay close, and I had to find that lesson out the hard way. And I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. You was finding out the hard way too. But I don't want you to get it the hard way. I want you to learn and get it now, because if I would have listened to more things in my life of growing up to the elderly people that were trying to teach me something, that was teaching me something, and I said, man, I ain't getting it. I'm gonna get it the way I want to get it. And I got it. That's the one thing about experiences, y'all. You'll get it just the way you want to get it. And but one thing about getting experiences, don't expect it's gonna come to you good. Some might be good, some might be bad, but you got to take the boat the way it go. You know what I'm saying? The way it come to you, the way you got to take it. See, a lot of that stuff can be avoided just by listening, man. If you listen to good people that's telling you something good, listen to it and take heed of it. Because when you want to get some experience, and I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, you don't want to go get it. Cause I'm in a day and time in my life now, something I don't even want to know. I'll be like, don't even tell me, because I don't even want to know. Because if I know, then I'm going to have some kind of opinion about it. So I get so now I tell people, don't even tell me nothing. I don't want to hear. I said, that's what you know what I say? I said, that is too much information for me. Too much information. But the Lord has stirred my spirit this morning, y'all, to talk about relationship, and I'm here to talk to y'all about relationships. And I know, man, listen, to those of you that look at me on YouTube and be like, man, let me tell you something. I would ask you in the name of, I would ask you to take the veil off your eyes and receive what I'm saying, because I'm not talking to you any kind of way. I'm talking to you in the Lord, and that's what I want you to get. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's William. I know him when he was a child. I know him when he was growing up. Well, let me tell you, if you know me, then some of you know some of the stuff I've been through. And that ought to tell you something right there. Because some of you that sit there and watch my YouTube and look at me, some of you know some of the stuff I've been through in this growing up around here, Hamlin and Rockingham. Some of you know it. Some of you white people know it, some of you black people know it. But the main thing is some of you know some of the things I didn't endure growing up. But y'all don't know everything about me, but y'all know some of the things about me, and seeing the things I have suffered and the things I have done in my life. Some of you know it. You know what I'm saying? But see, and some of you that know it gonna prohibit yourself from hearing what I'm saying, and that's what I don't want you to do. You know what I'm saying? Cause God trying to change, He trying to change people in the Bible. Let me tell you something, and we can be changed too, just like Lord changes from your wicked ways. And that's my whole thing, is change from your wicked ways and come up unto the Lord and be healed. So listen, don't look at me, say, and look at my past and whatever I've been through growing up. Look at me now. Look at what the Lord has done to me now. Look at the words of the fruits of my lips that proceeded forth to your ears now. And hear, thus said with the Lord. Thus said the Lord, hear me. You know, relations, and I'm gonna go ahead and touch on the base with women real quick. Cause I know, man, a lot of you say, man, women, you just don't understand this, that, and let me tell you something, bro. If anybody can understand you in a relationship, it's me, buddy. Cause I done had them ups and down relationship that you going through, finna go through, and then went through just like I done went through. And a lot of women put us through a lot because that's what I'm trying to get this to y'all men. That the devil take that, see, the devil sift that woman, to sift that woman, to make her pride of life, to do those things that's contrary to you, to her marriage, to her relationship. That's what the devil set out to do. The devil don't want nothing. Y'all got to understand one thing about this. God want what's good for you, and he gonna give you what's good. No questions asked. But y'all got to think the same way about the devil. The devil want nothing but bad for you. And if he can make it look good to you for a moment, only to become bad later, that's what the devil gonna do, because he know if he make it look good to you now and you fall for it, then later on, that misery gonna come afterwards. And that misery is gonna really tear your butt down. See, when I say we ain't without fault, man, you're not without fault because you a man standing up under the Lord, Jesus Christ, because Jesus is your head. Let me go ahead and give you the order. The man is the head of the woman, and Jesus is the head of a man, and God is the head of Jesus. Let me tell you something, that's the order. And I don't care what none of you say out there, that's the order. The woman, the wife is to reverence her husband. You hear me? And and then the man has the rule over his wife and family, wife and kids. But don't y'all see all of that there? That man's with her ruler. What happened? The devil worked with that woman and come take all away from him, don't it? And tell you, shit, we got the law on our side. Let's tell a lie and take these kids from this man. Let's do this, let's do that, because you a woman. So we got an advantage. We got an advantage because you a woman. So you can tell a lie any kind of way you want to tell it. We're going to help you out. Come on, y'all. I'm finna start talking to some of you. I'm talking to some of you now. You better listen to me. The devil come in and rip your butt apart through your wife, through your kids, and it's all about tearing the man down. That strong. Look, let me do it. That strong man. It's all about tearing that strong man down. So I don't care if you in the ministry. I don't care if what life that you live in. It's all about tearing you down so you can't get back up. It's all tearing that man down where he can't get back up. And and that woman is a big part of it. Let me tell you something, y'all. The woman is the big part of a man. And any man that say it ain't, you might well go ahead and jump your butt in the ditch. Because a woman is a big part of a man and how he perform, how he grow with his growth in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But see, a man get to the point, yeah, that woman is a big part of it, but that woman also can tear that man down. That's when that man got to take over and be like, hold up, now my wife going astray. You know what I'm saying? So now my wife is going astray. Now I got to put some stops on this. Now you being in the man of the Lord, you're going to put the stop to it. Even if it costs you to have to lose your wife, man. Because you know what, man? Either you're going to gain your wife or you're going to lose your wife. You're going to gain your wife wrong. You're going to either gain her right or lose her wrong. And I choose to gain my wife right, because if I accept, and if you accept the devilish thing that your wife does, and this is what we is not without fault. This is what we ain't without fault. If you accept it and you know it's wrong, and you let it go by, only thing you just did is set yourself up for what else is finna come my way. And when you deal with that kind of stuff in your marriage, let me tell you something. Always choose your marriage over everything, because let me tell you something. To those of you that God haven't put you together yet, or you ain't together yet, let me tell you something. I'm gonna talk to y'all from the experience of God putting a marriage together that He pitched. And here's my thing, y'all. I choose to obey God and go by what He pitched, because going against God ain't no good thing. And you know what? I choose to go by what God says. You know why? Because I know God got the better outcome for you, and He look after His children better than you look after your own self. That's why we depend and rely on the Lord. But a woman don't do. See, a woman don't do the same thing a man do. That's why the man is the man and the woman is the woman, because a woman is weak-minded. A woman, what? When you hear what you talking about, Mr. Wall? Let me tell you, a woman is. I ain't weak-minded. You know what I'm saying? Yes, she is. Y'all women is weak-minded. Y'all women, is, with my experience now, y'all women is weak-minded. Because I tell my daughter the same thing. I say, you know what? You sit there and let that man drag you, and then when a good man come along, you ain't gonna recognize him. I tell my own daughters that. I say, you sit there and let that man put you through all types of hell and this and that. And I tell you what I asked my daughter one time, and I'm gonna ask y'all women the same question. I asked my daughter one time, I said, you doing the same thing? I say, he going out cheating, is you doing the same thing? Because tell me, y'all, what woman that's not going outside of her marriage or outside of her relationship gonna deal with a man that goes outside of it? Come on now. Though something ain't right with that picture, is it? Tell me what woman, y'all women know I'm talking to a lot of you. Even though the man just don't know it. He just don't know what you doing. That's all that is. Because what woman gonna sit there and accept the man that's going out there know she know he cheating on her? Know it. But yeah, he come back to her and she like ain't nothing happened. Come on now. What is you doing? Cause see, man, let's look at ourselves. We want to give a woman what we want back. If we ain't cheating on that woman, we don't want that woman cheating on us, now do we? So now what makes you think when you out there cheating, what makes you think she ain't doing nothing? I learned that. That's another lesson I learned the hard way too. See, this has always been my motto about saying things. A man take it to the street, woman take it to the house. A woman bring it home, bring it in your bed, your bedroom, you know. So while you out, you know that song, who's making love to your old lady while you was out? Oh, you can finish that, can't you? While you was out making love. So while you was out doing your thing, what you think your woman back on home doing? She know what time you coming in. Look, oh, wrong arm. She know what time you coming in. She look at that clock. Yeah, he about time, about ready to come in. You got to get up and go. He just left out the house before you got there. So y'all got to get this, and I'm talking about, I ain't saying this in a joking manner. I'm talking about some real stuff. Y'all got to get this. And I asked my daughter the same question. I said, look, what are y'all doing? Y'all being straight in y'all relationship? That's what I asked my own daughters. If you being straight in your own relationship, what accept the pardon of that man, what are you doing? Because I can't see a woman, and I ain't a woman, so I can't say, only y'all women can do this. I can't see you women that's being straight with your man and not going aside of your man to allow him to go out there and be with another woman and come back and be with you. I don't understand that. Maybe y'all can answer that question for me, but I don't see that. Because as a man, here's the man. I can give you a man's standpoint, but I can't tell you about a woman's standpoint. But I can give you a man's standpoint. A man want a woman to be true honest to him. That's what a man want. And the man growing up in this day society that, parent women, and look, and I ain't got nothing against you women now, but let me tell you something, you can't raise a man. And I don't care which one of you said, you can't raise a man. You can raise a child, you can raise a girl, but you can't raise a man. I mean, you can nurture that man, you can do all that stuff as a woman can do to that man, but you can't top that man off as a man. That man, that daddy got to top that child off as a man. They're like that man can't raise a woman. That woman got to raise that girl. Now that man, he can give his daddy and all of the stuff to that girl, but he can't raise that girl, and he can protect her, but that woman have to raise that girl and the woman that she gonna grow up to be. So get it out your mind, women, talking about y'all the mama and the daddy, because my mama raised me and my mama ain't raised me. I mean, she was there as a woman, but the streets raised me. Because a man in your life, a man has to be in a child life to teach the child how to go, how to teach his young son how and raise him up. A woman can't do that. Now a woman can nurture that child, nurture that man as a young age, nurture him, be there and give him and the only thing the woman can do is give that child the soft part of her, because that's what a woman is the softer part of the man. And a man, that's like the lion and the lioness. That lion, what that lion do? Shoot, that lion sit back and watch over all his lions, don't he? He keep an eye on he look at the whole field and watch everything. So if anything is coming about near to his lioness, well, they got trouble in the land. And see what a man do. A man look over his wife and children, looks over his family. That's what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But when a woman want to take that away from a man and use the law of the land that's done turned crooked, because you know the Bible says, obey the law of the land. Okay, well, what about when the law of the land is going against what the Word of God says? Law of the land. What about when the law said that two men can get married? Is that what God said? They made it the law of the land, though, didn't they? What about saying two women get married? That's the law of the land now, ain't it? But it ain't the law of the Lord, you know, because the law of the Lord, the law came from the Lord, you know, so we can have discipline rightly. This law in these wicked people in high places presenting this law to us that you can marry the same sex marriages and all that type of stuff. Let me tell y'all something. I heard who that talk show on the I him. I like him better as a comedian because he ain't too. I don't really like him as a radio talk show. Is it D.L. Hughley? Yeah. All right. So I was listening to one of his messages one day. He said that you know, I guess something out there, the government of Texas or something, were prohibiting a woman to be able to have an abortion or whatever. And you know that woman, I forgot her name, that be on the show with him talking about the government ought to come out from between a woman's legs. Okay. Now, this is the first thing that I said when I heard D.L. Hughley say this here. Don't you quick to defend and go out there and say Texas is wrong about what they said about a woman shouldn't have an abortion, and they got that law out there, and you quick to give them defend that, but that a woman got the control over her own body. Let me tell you something. That ain't a lie I've ever heard. You better take that and put it back in the doggone grave, y'all, because that ain't a lie. A woman got a rule over her body. The law give her to get a rule over her body. Long as that law said that she can do what she want to do, you know. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Tell me what the difference is. A woman go out there and kill that baby in her belly and belongs to that man. Tell me, I want to ask y'all what the difference is. And she can do that and the law won't come down on her back. But if that man caused her to lose that same child, what he gonna get charged with? Murder. So tell me what to do. If that man don't want that child and cause her to lose that child, he should be served with the same. According to the law now, I'm gonna put this thing to the law to y'all to get this. If it's all right for her to have an abortion against her husband's wishes and to kill that man's child, I ain't talking about rape and all that type stuff. I'm talking about women have abortion, ain't been raped or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So she can take and kill that man's child and the law not to come down on her. But then if he take and cause her to miscarry, he get charged with murder to a fetus. Y'all tell me what's wrong with that picture. See, you can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? What's good, what they say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If that man call you to miscarry and get charged with murder, then that woman that had an abortion need to get charged the same way. That's the way. Now, that's the way it's supposed to be. You can't be one-sided. The law can't be one-sided. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like that what DL had said, according to that the government need to get out between the woman's leg. Well, the government is between your leg when the government said that you can have an abortion. What's the difference? The government is between that woman's leg then, ain't it? So you ain't gonna pick and choose with me. You know, either you're right or either you're wrong. So the government, so the government, long as they can, you know what? Back when I was married to my first wife, my last daughter by her back in 1993, and I disliked the Democrats ever since because that was the year that Bill Clinton and Al Gore got in there. And gave all this right to a woman to have an abortion, have her tubes tied and all that without the husband. Listen, now, I'm talking about husband, I ain't talking about no boyfriend. Because, see, I done had me and my wife had all those children, and she had been trying to get her tubes tied, before. And every year, they said, no, man, unless your husband signed the paper, we can't tie your tube. But 1993, when Bill Clinton made office, I told the doctor, the doctor looked at me and said, this is a new day. We're going to go here and cut, tie, burn all these tubes up in here and split them and all. And they did. And they sure did because the Democrats gave them that right to do that then. Gave a woman So the husband don't mean nothing to no woman no more. Just like the women want to treat us right now today. That a husband don't mean nothing. Whatever he say don't mean nothing. Y'all ain't gonna honor y'all husband or none of that. Y'all want to do what y'all want. As long as the government is behind y'all to do what y'all want to do, y'all good with it. But if the government ain't behind y'all to do what y'all want to do, y'all ain't good with it. Oh, now the government is between your legs. Now since the government saying you can't do it, now they between your legs. But as long as they say you can, they ain't between your legs, is it? But when they say you can't, they between your legs. Boy, y'all better look at this wickedness of the devil coming aboard. That's what I want y'all to see. This wickedness in this daytime society is headstrong. And I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you. It's coming into the day. It's gonna be blessed for you not to have children. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that too. It's gonna be blessed to those that give such in those days, because there's gonna be some horrible tribulation coming behind that stuff. So yeah, it's coming today where it's gonna be blessed for you not to have a child. Because you already see the stronghold of the devil, what the devil is doing our children in that wicked place called school. My son came home the other day, Washington Street School, and I meant to say this in my last video. He said, Daddy, he said, man, time I look around, there's two girls at the school was holding hands. Oh, two girls at Washington Street School holding hands. Going with one another. At that certain, y'all, let me tell y'all parents something. Y'all better wake up and stop going around here with your eyes closed with what this junk is going on and our kids is slipping away from us. Y'all better watch this stuff. I'm telling you. This wickedness and the wickedness of a woman, with the wickedness of a woman that y'all got to look at it. The devil lured the woman from the very beginning. What you make you think now the devil still ain't luring the woman to do what he want to do? Y'all better wake up to it. The devil is luring the women to take down the man. Take down the mighty man, using this beauty of a woman, and the woman with her self-conscious mind, her evil mind, I ain't say her mind is evil, but she allow her mind to be evil because she allowed the devil to run her than for her husband to run her. So you got somebody running a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's called the devil. So the devil put in her mind, used the pride of life, used everything against that woman. The woman is weak. That's why the Lord said the woman is the weaker vessel. Because y'all women is weak. And y'all are the weaker vessel. Stop trying to call yourself being strong, trying to prove your point to a man. Because the bottom line is you weak. Because when you get to that point that I can't take it no more, you'll fall out, don't you? And all the other women come to your aid, girl, get up. But see, when a man get to that point of fall out, they get, oh well, he just down. And that man, if he don't choose to get up, he'll stay down. So that's the difference between a man and a woman. Y'all women gets a lot of help getting up because y'all always got a shoulder to lay on or a prop to prop on. And y'all use that to y'all advantages. So when y'all get out there and do wrong, y'all got somebody to help you do wrong. Let me tell y'all something. You're going to always have somebody to help you do wrong. The devil. And y'all got to think of the devil just like you think of the Lord. You got to think the devil don't want nothing for you but bad and destruction to hurt people. And God don't want nothing but for you but for good. But you got to be on the good team. They're like on the devil, you got to be on the devil team. Whether you acknowledge it or not. They're like the Lord said, you going to either acknowledge the fact that you being bad and contrary to the Lord, or you going to acknowledge the fact that you being good and being contrary to the devil. You're going to acknowledge it one way or another. Your action is going to show where you at. But this morning, like I said, there's some stuff come on me this morning. The Lord was bothering me this morning. I couldn't sleep, and I just want y'all to know that, he told me to talk about relationships. So thank the Lord that I obeyed, and I got out that bed, couldn't go back to sleep since, and I'm still up. 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm still up. So I just want y'all to hear that, and whoever the hearers is, they heard the word coming from the fruits of my lips in the name of Jesus. Receive it down to your heart. Man, it's time for us to step up and be the men that we are, and not only just step up. Not to discern what's right with us. Let's discern what's right in the Lord and go forward and apply that which is right in the Lord. Apply that to your marriage. Apply it to your relationship. Apply it to your everyday walk of life. Apply it. Y'all go about your day always abiding under the blood of Christ. In Jesus' name, I thank y'all for listening to me, and I thank for all of you. That video I put out yesterday, December the 8th, 2021, man, I have seen so many of y'all going to that, but that was the way I felt that yesterday, man. And with my kids brought me the information, that was a hurtful thing for me. But you know, thank to be the Lord, because like I learned a long time ago, if the Lord can't keep your family, and I'm telling all of you men, if the Lord can't keep your family, you sure can't keep them. I'm gonna go ahead and put it that way. If you can't believe in the Lord to keep your family, faithful in the Lord, keep your family, you might want to go ahead and fall off, because you sure can't keep your own family. Put it in the Lord's hand. Thank y'all. Go about your day. Have a good and blessed, prosperous day on this Thursday. Amen.